Good morning, campers. Welcome to episode 2. Episode 2 of Is This My Twin Flame or Is This a Karmic Connection? And today's point that we're going to be discussing and breaking down from my list of how to know this is your twin flame is that this journey becomes your life. This journey becomes your path. The dedication to the journey, the growth, the dedication to shadow work, right? So one of the ways that you know that you are in fact on a twin flame journey is when you really see that from the moment of activation, from the moment you met this person, it becomes your entire life. And it comes with the fact that you're wounded in the beginning. You're very much obsessed with this person. But we're going to talk about these things in future episodes. But today I really want to break down the dedication to growth and to this path, because this is something that is actually the reason why as soul you have chosen to be on this journey, right? And where many feminists confuses this reason when they hear that you're on a path of growth, they don't understand what it really means, because many divine feminines who are in a karmic connection, right? They grow as well, because the purpose of karmic connection, the purpose of any connection, if you really want to see this, is growth, is lessons. So a karmic connection also comes with an opportunity to grow, with an opportunity to learn, with an opportunity to release something, to die and be reborn, right? So your karmic catalyst can also introduce growth into your life. But when we talk about true twins, true twinnies, true divine counterparts, we don't just mean that you've realized certain things and you've changed certain things in your life, that you redesigned certain things in your life. We mean the growth and the soul work, the shadow work, the deep self inner reflection, so intense that true divine feminists on a journey, when you look back a month, 2, 3, you're a completely different person, right? You change immensely on this journey. Why? Because you are pushed and thrown, as I always say this, thrown to the pit of your shadows. And this is why this is such a magical journey. And this is why your soul chooses to incarnate in a specific life with your counterpart, because the existence of the other half of your soul in the same lifetime, in a different body, the moment you meet this person, the moment you activate, all your shadows, all your gunk for the feminine, the shadows and the wounds of your ancestors, the pain of the soul, all the past lifetimes, not just this life, it comes to the surface. So literally, you have no other way than to jump on a journey of healing. And when I mean this, it doesn't mean, because this is, again, remember, the serious is to really remove the confusion. And many feminines who come to me on session to find out, because they think they're on a twin flame connection and they're actually connected to a karmic, they've heard somewhere online, okay, you grow. And they think, yes, I'm on a connection because this person made me realize certain things, because this person brought certain lessons in life, because this person helped me grow. But this is not really the growth that we mean. If you do not find yourself every single day actively contemplating on all your wounds, all your core wounds, starting shadow work. Most feminines sooner or later are guided to work with someone. So whether it's going to be a twin flame coach or a shadow worker like myself, or a therapist, it doesn't matter, another divine feminine, right, that will help you on a journey of, or masculine, on a journey of self-discovery. And you really start shadow work on a daily basis. You dive into your core wounds, abandonment wound, rejection wound, father wound, mother wound, because there's no other way to go. It becomes your life. It becomes your daily topic. So it's not just that here and there you went to one tarot session, or with a shadow worker, or you bought one self-help book, or here and there this person helped you realize, right? They throw you into a pit of your shadows to start years of a journey that will be pain on a daily basis. But through this pain, you will grow, you will heal. So how to know, is this a twin flame? Because you are pushed and forced to dedicate almost all your energy, majority of your energy on a daily basis, if not all, to the journey of healing. You are standing in front of a sharpest mirror, and there's no place for denial. There's no place for denial. You go for it, for that father wound, for that mother wound, for that abandonment trauma, for the healer wound, sister wound, everything, you name it. This becomes the topic of your life, right? And the reason I'm enhancing this so strongly is because, again, I've had feminists in session who heard that this changes you, and you change, and they've maybe done one or two things in the last year, because they maybe realized that they had some issues in relationships through a karmic connection, that they thought it was twin, so they associated that person with growth. We're not talking about, if you are truly a divine feminine on a twin flame journey, if you look a year back, look at the calendar. What day is today? Where you were. Check your calendar, check your social media, however you can verify this, right? Where were you? What were you doing? If you are in the same scenery, so same friends, same job, same career, same person, even externally, you're not on a twin flame journey. If you just done like one or two things or one or two changes, that's beautiful. Every change is beautiful. For most people, that one or two change a year, it's enough. And a karmic catalyst can push you to that change, can push you to that growth. It's a purpose of a karmic catalyst, right? But if we're not talking about deep soul level healing, where you're remembering your past lifetimes, when you feel the pain of your ancestors, when you feel and remember, you have visions from your past lives with your twin included, you are not on a journey, girl. Okay? So again, your karmic catalyst can also be a pivotal moment of your life. It can be a moment, it can be a person that comes when you're transitioning from physical karma to spiritual karma, important moment. Sometimes it's exiting a difficult karmic relationship. It comes in spontaneously. It comes in so fresh, so intense, so beautiful. That's why women confuse it with a true twin flame connection, because they romanticize what they hear about twin flame connection. They think it's just like the other half of your soul. It's so beautiful, right? Nah. It's a deep healing of the soul. It's your final lifetime. So you must collect all the pieces of your fragments of your soul, heal them and reintegrate them. Remember all the traumatic lifetimes that happened to heal and reintegrate. Break generational traumas. How do we break generational trauma? Through healing all the core wounds. All the core wounds. So if you're not actively doing shadow work with a shadow worker, again, a reader, psychic medium like myself, or a therapist, or even in a community, there's going to be, the pace is going to be different for divine feminists as well, because how you can jump on board, it also varies, right? Some feminines, you will be confused in the beginning, you may be reluctant in the beginning. Some feminists will be reluctant to and still afraid to go on sessions with a specialist, with that shadow worker, with that medium, with another divine feminine who's been through the journey. And I talk about this a lot. This really speeds up your progress, because we never have, until we're in inner union, we never have that full reflection of our wounds, right? That's why I always say to you guys, working with an expert is so crucial on this journey. But some feminine will start doing that within 3 months, some within a year, some within 3 years, right? So the pace of certain things are going to be happening, how you grow, how you strip the layers of your shadows, how you achieve inner union, it will depend. For some feminists, again, it will be 2 years. For some, it's going to be 5 years and 8 years. So that pace will be different, because it will also be dependent on how much trauma you had in this lifetime. It will be important, because we're in this life, we're in this ego, right? We're in this body, so it's hard to detach. It's the hardest to detach from this trauma, right? So those of us who really had a very traumatic life, it's going to be a bit longer and a bit more difficult. Those of us who have very specific mission, especially unfortunately for me, those of us who have mission that links to twin flames, it's going to be a little bit more longer as well, because you're constantly in the topic, right? Because you're not only receiving downloads for yourself, but also for your communities. In the beginning, you're still learning to differentiate, right? Those of us who come with a very important mission, heavy mission, really working with other people to remove the pain and the trauma, you really may need extra time to really heal and to really prepare for your mission, right? So it's going to be very individual. Again, it may vary from like 2, 5, 8 years, right? But you will always see growth, right? Until the moment when you are in a union, it will slow down. Once you're in a union, you will always see your evolution, because you will always continue to evolve. It's part of the journey. It's part of being divine feminine, to constantly growing and evolving. But you will already have found your true self, your authentic self, so that growth will be a little bit different, will be a little bit, right? But until that moment when you're on a journey, you look back literally month to, you're a completely different person. So again, if you are on a fence, if you think you're connected to someone who's your twin because this person changed you and they changed your life, right? Look back 1 year. If you're not a completely different person, if you're not completely unrecognizable, if you were to meet with a friend who you knew a year ago and you haven't seen this person for this whole year, if you wouldn't be completely unrecognizable for this person, like your topics of conversations are different, your interests are different, your confidence is different, the level of the healing is different, the glow up, right? We're constantly changing on this journey, because it's a crash course of healing. This is why we have that, even the frequency, the same frequency of the other half of your soul, even if you don't see this person for years, the fact that they are incarnated in the same time, in the same planet, they can be on the other half of the planet, it doesn't matter. Your soul feels that frequency, and your soul always subconsciously wants union, right? It shouldn't be, you should let go, it shouldn't be your core desire from a place of the ego, but soul always wants it. And soul knows that to achieve that, it's growth, it's healing. So it's going to be pushing you. It's not just, going through a bit of a father wound throughout the past year. It's solving wounds, it's healing traumas, it's movement, it's growth, it's dedication. This journey becomes your life. Again, it's not here and there, it becomes your life. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like and follow for more, because there's more episodes to come. And I will see you tomorrow with our next point. Bye.